Hello students, so this is lecture number 10 of work, energy and power, probably the last lecture of this chapter where we will be discussing the sums based on collisions, right? So in the previous video we had discussed all the types of collisions, and we had also seen what is coefficient of restitution, what does it means, what is the value of coefficient of restitution for perfectly elastic, inelastic collisions, right? So now in this video we will solve few questions based on collisions which were asked in this 2020 JEE exams. Also we will go for one or two NEET questions, and afterwards one video will be a short video of all the useful formulas of this chapter, and then we will be switching on to the next chapter, right? Okay, this is your first question. Particle of mass m with an initial velocity ui, that means particle is moving along x, collides perfectly elastically. So the collision is perfectly elastic with mass 3m which is at rest. Okay, full stop. It moves with a velocity vj after collision, then v is given by, so this is the question which is asked in JEE 2020. So according to the question, he is saying that a particle say is moving with velocity v of I, it is having a mass m, it collides elastically with mass 3m which is at rest. Okay, so another body, say 3m, it is at rest, let the velocity be u, which is 0. Okay, and after the collision it moves with velocity vj caret, that means mass m, then this is before the collision, after the collision mass m is moving with velocity v but in j direction. So then now mass m is moving in this direction, right? Okay, and we don't know where the mass 3m is moving, right? We don't know, we can take any velocity, v dash, right? V dash. Okay, so we have to find v. Okay, one more thing, initial velocity of this is given as u, sorry, not this, let this be v0 which is 0. Okay, so you have to find the value v. Okay, once again I am repeating the question. There is a particle of mass m, right? It is moving in x direction with a velocity u. It collides with another body whose mass is 3 times of m, but it is at rest. Okay, after the collision mass m is moving with velocity v but in y direction because velocity is given in j caret. Okay, so we have to find this velocity v, and this is after the collision. Okay, now in perfectly elastic collision both momentum and kinetic energy of the system remains conserved, right? So what is the initial momentum? Let us solve this. Initial momentum of the system m u I caret plus 3m into 0, right? This object is at rest. Okay, now final momentum, this is initial momentum, final momentum will be m v j caret plus, we don't know this, right, 3m v dash. You can assign a unit vector n caret, but if we don't know, it's okay if you don't write. Now we can compare this momentum, of course. So initial momentum of the system equals to final momentum of the system. So m u I caret equals to m v j caret plus 3m v dash. M can be taken common, so then it will be u I equals to v j plus 3v dash, right? So it will be ui minus vj by 3 equals to, say, v dash. Okay, fine. Now since the collision is elastic, let me compare their kinetic energy also, right? Initial kinetic energy will be, kinetic energy is scalar quantity, so we don't have to consider the direction, half mu square, right? Final kinetic energy will be half mv square plus half 3m into v dash square. Okay, now we want to find v in terms of u. So we just have to put up the value of v dash square in this equation, right? No problem. We can compare the kinetic energy also as the collision is elastic. So it is m by 2 can be cancelled. So the final equation will be m by 2. If we cancel, m by 2 can be taken common from both the sides. So the final equation will be u square equals to v square plus 3v dash square, right? This is the equation. M by 2 gets cancelled, so it will be u square equals to v square plus 3v dash square. Now we will find v dash from the equation 1, right? So magnitude wise v dash will be u square plus v square by 3 vector, right? So v dash square can be written as u square plus v square by 9. Okay, let us substitute in this equation. U square equals to v square plus 3 u square plus v square by 9. This will be cancelled. U square equals to v square plus u square plus v square by 3. So it is 3u square equals to 3v square plus u square plus v square. So it is u square will go over here, so it will be 2u square equals to 4v square, right? So finally u square equals to 2v square, so v equals to u by root 2. This will be the velocity after the collision. So that means D is the correct answer. See, we have just compared the initial and final momentum of the system, and we have then compared the kinetic energy of the system. Got it? Clear? This was the question asked in JEE exam. Let us solve another example. So this is the second question, which was again asked in JEE 2020, based on collision. See, a block of mass 1.9 kilogram is at rest at the edge of a table of height 1 meter. A bullet of mass 0.1 kilogram collides with the block and sticks to it. Sticks to it, it means the collision is perfectly inelastic type. I had explained you this in the topic of collision, that if they are not mentioning the type, then they will write it that the two bodies will move together. So the collision is perfectly inelastic. Now, if velocity of bullet is 20 in horizontal direction just before the collision, then the kinetic energy just before the combined system strikes the floor is, assume there is no rotational motion and loss of energy during collision is negligible. What does the question says? So we will understand that. Say this is a table. Height of the table is given 1 meter, right? There is a block which is placed at the edge, and the mass of this block is 1.9 kilogram, right? This is ground. Okay, according to the question, a bullet is a bullet of mass 0.1 kilogram and velocity is 20. What is the kinetic energy just before the combined system strikes the floor? Okay, so according to the question, there is a bullet of mass 0.1 kilogram and moving with velocity 20. It strikes a block whose mass is 1.9 kilogram and which is placed at the edge of the table of height 1 meter, right? And then the bullet and the block together falls down. So then we have to find the velocity, we have to find the kinetic energy of the whole system just before the collision, just before the system strikes the floor. That means we can say at this point, right? Bullet and the block. So it means when it hits the ground, what will be the kinetic energy of the system? This is what you are supposed to find. Okay. Now, we don't know now what is the common velocity. We'll remove it from the law of conservation of momentum. Initial momentum of the system is mv, mass of bullet, velocity of bullet. So it is 0.1 into 20. So initial momentum is 2, right? And now final momentum will be, both will be moving together. So bullet plus block into their common velocity. In any of the collision, the total momentum will always remain same. So initial momentum equals to final momentum. So 2 equals to mass of bullet, which is 0.1, and mass of block is 1.9. So it is 2 common velocity. So common velocity is okay. So now with this velocity, both will start to fall down, right? Okay. So now here the block and the bullet together will have a potential energy because of height, right? So when they come down, the entire potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. Clear? So we can solve this as work done equals to total energy equals to mgh. Work done is delta k, which is equals to mgh, work energy theorem. So final kinetic energy, which we are supposed to find, minus initial kinetic energy equals to mgh, right? So final kinetic energy will be equals to mgh plus initial, that is half mv square. Clear? Okay, here velocity is given as 1. Okay, now let us find it. mgh, so it will be 10, mass is 1.9 plus 0.9, so that is 2, right? Combined mass. G is 10, height is 1, plus half. Combined mass, no? Both are coming down, so we will have to write the combined mass, which is again 2, and velocity is 1. So final kinetic energy will be 20 plus 1, so it is 21. So the final kinetic energy will be of 21 joule. So that is option A. Clear? Okay, now we will solve another question. So this is the third question which was asked in this exam 2020 JEE. Well, this was the question which you have to solve integer type. Okay, it's based on collision. A particle of mass m is moving along x-axis with initial velocity u, I, that means in x direction. It collides elastically, so collision is elastic, with a particle of mass 10m at rest and then moves with half its initial kinetic energy. You can see the diagram. If the relation is given as sin theta 1 is root n sin theta 2, then you have to find the value of n. Okay, so the collision is 2 dimension, elastic collision in 2 dimension. Okay, the question says there is a particle of mass m, it is moving along x direction with velocity u. It strikes or it collides with a particle whose mass is 10m and which is at rest. After the collision, the particle moves with its half the initial kinetic energy. So final kinetic energy of this particle will be half of initial. Okay, and if this relation is okay, sin theta 1 is root n sin theta 2, then you have to find the value of n. Okay, so m is the mass of the particle. It is coming with velocity u in x direction. Let the velocity after the collision be v1 of mass m, and let this have the velocity v2. Okay. So already sin theta relation is given. We can compare the components of momentum. That means initially y component of momentum is 0. There is no y component of momentum because the block is moving along x direction, right? And we can have these components mv1, so this will be cos theta 1, this will be sin theta 1. 10 mv2, so this will be cos theta 2, sin theta 2, right? So final momentum will be mv1 sin theta 1, and this is in opposite direction. So it will be minus 10 mv2 sin theta 2. Okay. So since the collision is elastic, we can compare momentum as well as kinetic energy. So 0 equals to mv1 sin theta 1 minus 10 mv2 sin theta 2. So this will be v1 sin theta 1 equals to 10 v2 sin theta 2. Still we don't know what is v1 and v2, so we need to find this v1 and v2. Okay. Also in the question it is given that final kinetic energy is half of initial. So that means final kinetic energy is half of initial. Okay. So that is half mv square. v1 square, this will be the final kinetic energy of this body, which is half of initial, that is half mu square, right? So this gets cancelled, so it is v1 square is equals to u square by 2, fine, but we want v1 and v2. Okay, so now collision is elastic, so then let us compare their kinetic energy also. So kinetic energy before the collision will be, this is highlight over here, v1 square is equals to u square by 2. Now comparing their kinetic energy, right? Initial kinetic energy will be half m u square, final kinetic energy will be half m v1 square plus half 10m into v2 square. So let us compare this, because collision is elastic, so you can compare their kinetic energies also. So it will be half mu square equals to half m v1 square plus 10m by 2 v2 square. So m by 2 gets cancelled. So it is u square equals to v1 square plus 10 v2 square. Okay. We want the value of v1 and v2. Now let us substitute u square as 2v1 square. From this equation, u square is 2v1 square. So it will be 2v1 square equals to v1 square plus 10v2 square, right? So v1 square is 10v2 square. Okay. So let us substitute this value in this equation. Say this as equation number, any number, 1. So on substituting it, v1 sin theta 1, so v1 will be root 10 v2. Okay. So v1 will be root 10 v2. The equation 1 can be written as sin theta 1 is equals to 10 v2 by v1 sin theta 2, right? So sin theta 1 is equals to 10 into v2 by v1. v1 by v2 is root 10, so v2 by v1 will be 1 by root 10 sin theta 2. So your answer will be sin theta 1 is equals to root 10 sin theta 2. So the value of comparing this with this equation, value of n is 10. So we'll solve the fourth question. Well, this question was asked in NEET 2019. A moving block has mass m, collides with another stationary block having mass 4m. Okay, a moving block of mass m collides with another block which is of mass 4m which is at rest. Let the velocity of this block be u. then the lighter block comes to rest after the collision. Okay, if initial velocity of lighter block is v, okay, they have given the velocity as v, and let this be v dash. After this is the case before the collision, and after the collision the lighter block comes to rest. So that means this block will be at rest afterwards. You have to find the value of coefficient of restitution. You have to find the value of coefficient of restitution. Let me explain you the question. See, a block of mass m, it is moving with velocity v. It collides with a block whose mass is 4m and which is at rest. So the velocity of block whose mass is 4m is 0 initially, and after the collision the question says that the lighter block comes to rest. Okay, so then we have to find the coefficient of restitution. Clear? So coefficient of restitution is relative velocity of separation or relative velocity after the collision upon relative velocity before the collision, upon relative velocity of approach. Fine. Okay, now they have not mentioned the type of the collision, so we will consider it as inelastic and we can compare the momentum. So initial momentum of the system is mv, this is 0, so that is 4m into 0, and final momentum is m into 0 plus 4m into v dash. We don't know the velocity, so comparing it, initial momentum equals to final, so mv equals to 4m v dash. So v dash is v by 4. Okay, now relative velocity of separation. So relative velocity of separation means let the velocity of 4m block be v dash after the collision. Okay, so it will be relative velocity of separation v dash minus v upon v minus 0. See, after the collision the block 4m has velocity v dash and this lighter block is coming to rest. So their relative velocity will be v dash minus 0, and before the collision 4m is at rest and this m is having a velocity v. So E is equals to v dash minus 0 by v. So E is equals to v dash by v. What is v dash by v? 1 by 4. So E is equals to 1 by 4. So coefficient of restitution is 0.25. Clear? So this was the question asked in NEET. Okay.